What's going on, guys? Welcome back for the second episode of Road to the British 2021. I've had a bit of an equipment malfunction early on the week, so you guys will only get to see 3 days this week. Today I have a bit of high bar squatting, top set of 5 at RPE of 6, and then some percentage based sets of 10 back down work, followed by a single at RPE of 7 on bench, and then some also percentage based back down work on them, as well as a bit of accessory work for quads and some upper body work on top of that as well. So I would say this is probably my favorite training day of the week. So I always look forward to today. I love high bar, I love convention, so it's a win-win really. It's currently about 6 degrees in here, so it's super cold. I'm just gonna put the heating on, get warm, and then see you guys as I'm warming up. What is going on, people? Welcome to the video, episode 2 of Road to the British 2021. As I'm recording this voiceover, it is the 23rd of January. Unfortunately, we are still in lockdown, and currently we don't really have any clarity on when competitions are going to be happening. We've had some news about Equipped British as well as the Masters British, which are scheduled for June and July, so hopefully we will have a date within the next couple of months once we know more. Unfortunately, or well, kind of fortunately, the classic division is the most stacked division, so it would have the most amount of participants. So obviously when it comes to the COVID regulations, it is a little more tricky to hold a competition when there is more participants, but hopefully we will know more within the next couple of months, right? As you guys can see, I am warming up my high bar squat. I had a top set of 5 at RPE of 6 that day, which ended up being 227 kilos or 500 pounds for people who are counting their weights in pounds. But that was my last warm up, 210 kilos, and then I ended up doing 227 for the top set. I would say it was about the right RPE. Everything felt great. It's still a little bit weird for me to squat high bar, as I haven't done it for a long time, and I think it's only my second or third session doing it. I would prefer to do a safety bar on that day, but unfortunately I don't have a good safety bar available to me, so I'm kind of just left with the high bar as my second option. Multiple reasons, one being it seems to be quite similar to my low bar squat anyway, which most high bars are quite similar to low bar when it comes to mechanics anyways, but also it seems to keep my bicep tendon super healthy. I feel like low barring twice a week just tends to cause me a lot of issues with my bicep tendon. I develop some RSIs in my upper back as well when I do that, so I don't really feel like it's an option right now to low bar twice a week, so high bar it is. My back of work was all percentage based, 3 sets of 9, not 3 sets of 10. Which I ended up doing my heaviest set at 165 kilos, obviously super easy as it should be, still keeping training on the easier side. Most of my training is RP 7 or below pretty much. Also my total volume is reduced by about 25%, so pretty much I took one working set away from all my bench work, as well as one set away from all my squat and deadlift work as well. Accessory work is a little bit less volume, but not as much. I took this couple of weeks just to keep training on the easier side, to ensure that I'm not risking injury going into another reasonably intense block. So training has been super easy. Body's feeling great. I literally have no issues, no RSIs, no aches and pains. Nothing has been an issue. So I'm hoping for another productive block. As you guys can see, I was warming up to my single at RPE of 7. I believe this was my top set at 195 kilos. Self lift out. Kind of botched the pose a little bit, but very happy with the bar speed. Possibly the easiest 195 I've ever done, or pretty damn close. Then I had some back down sets of 5 with 150 kilos. Kinda had to guess the weight, I couldn't remember, but I'm pretty sure that's 150. But yeah, those felt great. I was a little bit zapped after the high bar squats and the quad work, but it still moved. Then I had a little bit of accessory work for the upper body. I had some pack flies, had some side raises, and some other basic upper body work. Really nothing exciting, but I thought I would show you guys what my exercise selection looked like on this particular day. I feel like this last couple of weeks have been super valuable just to kind of get my accessory exercise selection and rep ranges down to the T. As you guys know, I'm pretty big on picking my exercises very specifically, and also picking my rep ranges very specifically as well. I feel like those things are very underrated, and I think are very important when it comes to powerlifting or just like general hypertrophy work. Also I try to do a lot of unilateral stuff for upper body as well. I feel like it's not going to hurt to try to balance out the body a little bit. On this particular day, I had this cuff push down. I quite like. I used to do like a basic rope extension that was quite nice as well, but I feel like I don't know. I kind of prefer that one. Then obviously that was supersetted with some hammer curls with dumbbells, and I kind of wrapped the day up. I think the session was about 4 hours long. I had a bit of a break in between just for some food, and like kind of had to re-warm after that, so kind of broke the session up a little bit. But I truly feel like eating between bigger lifts makes quite a bit of a difference in performance, so very happy about that. And then we are now rolling on to my Friday session, which was just some deadlift and posterior chain work. This is my lower priority deadlift day, so all I had was 4 sets of ascending sets of 5, which I ended up doing at 195, 215, 235 and 255 kilos, which are still very low weights for me. My best set of 5 last block was 290 kilos, so not even 90% of that weight for my top set. Deadlifts on this particular day didn't feel too good. Legs were a little bit sore, still getting used to high bar squatting, and also my wisdom tooth started growing out, so it's hurting pretty bad even right now. But here we are. I tried to avoid painkillers, so I haven't taken any painkillers just yet. Hopefully it doesn't come to the point when I have to take painkillers, but yeah. So this was my last warm-up, or like I suppose my last warm-up before my ramp-up sets of 5 with 175 kilos. Yeah, it felt a little bit heavier than how 175 normally feels, but it's fine. Then obviously my first ramp-up set was 195. It was quite funny. I could feel the tooth as I was bracing quite hard, so it was a little bit off-putting. But yeah, shape doesn't look particularly good. I don't know. I just didn't feel good that day. Also, as you guys notice, I am using straps on this day, so the main reason for that is because every time I try to do my rep work mixed, I tend to have I wouldn't say it's like an RSI, but definitely been having some aches and pains if I end up doing them. So the last sort of 7 months, I have been doing all my secondary deadlift day and all my back off volume on day 1 with straps, and I haven't had any grippy shoe for a while, other than that 310 I did before the mock meet, which I put down purely for the fact that it was 3 degrees in the gym when I was pulling it. So hopefully no grippy shoes, but I will definitely be implementing some sort of grip work once it's meet prep time, just to be super safe. But I am pretty confident. Hopefully this block coming up, I'll be pulling over 700 pounds on a stiff bar. But well, we'll find out in the next sort of 3-4 weeks. We'll know more. This is going to be my top set, 255 kilos for a set of 5. I ended up loading it with collars just because I feel like it's just a little bit more comp specific, even though I don't have calibrated plates available to me right now, which is hopefully soon going to change. But for now, this will have to do. I am fortunate enough to train, so I'm not going to moan about not having calibrated plates. But yeah, this felt a little bit heavier than anticipated, to be honest. It moved better than anticipated, but I was hoping it will feel a little bit lighter in the hand, but it wasn't the case. After the ramp up sets of 5, I just had a couple of sets of 10 on snatch grip, white stance deadlift, or as some people call it, the Candito deadlift. Big fan. Really like it for multiple reasons. Doesn't beat me up too much. Also, I find that I can really feel the floor with my feet when I do this deadlift, so I could get the foot pressure down like quite well. and it's also a little bit similar to my squat stance as well, so perhaps maybe there is some benefit there also. Once I've done those, I've had some hyperextensions, 3 sets of 15. I'm still trying to find the right setting on this machine. This last set was probably the best setting so far, where I had 5 holes showing when I set up the foot pad. So perhaps I need to remember that for next week, and hopefully I can do 3 sets with the same setting. That would be nice. Then I had some leg curls, just basic hypertrophy and health stuff. I think it's very important as a powerlifter to not neglect the smaller muscle groups that you might not, but it might not seem important to use those muscles in train those muscles in your accessory work, but I feel like it's very important just to kind of prevent any sort of injury from happening by doing these exercises. So I'm a big fan. I quite like this. I quite like doing it on the floor. I feel like I can really push my hip into the floor and keep a neutral pelvis. Didn't do as great of a job on this particular set, unfortunately, but here we are. Then I had a little bit of upper back work. I had some weighted pull-ups. I was struggling this set. The plates in front of me, the plate that I had attached to the belt kept hitting the bench, which was really off-putting, but the set got done. I did 2 sets of 7. Then I realized I had a 3x8, not a 3x7, so I made up the couple of reps that I missed on this set, so I ended up doing 10, which was pretty hard. I'm gonna be honest. Then I was meant to do dumbbell rows, but as I said, I'm trying to be a bit more particular with the accessory movements that I do, so I've been meaning to try doing one-armed cable rows. So I tried them, and big fan. Honestly, I much prefer these over a dumbbell row. I feel like I just feel it better in the back. Honestly, I feel it better in my lats. So definitely going to use these going forward instead of dumbbell rows. Then I just had some bent over side raises. So you see people do this on a pec deck, or if you had a pec deck, you would do a very similar motion as a reverse pec deck, or you could do a bent over side raise with dumbbells. I really like doing it with a cuff, so yeah, I've been doing them a lot as of late. I feel like since we've had this cable machine, it kind of opened up the opportunities for me to do, wouldn't say more variations, but perhaps better variations for my accessory work. So trying to maximize your, I wouldn't say your gains, but perhaps what you get back from your accessory work, I think is important. And then now we're moving on to the last training day of the week, which was Bulgarian split squats, some Copenhagen planks, followed by bench and a little bit of upper body work. So I have a goal of being able to do 40 or 50 kilo per hand dumbbells for sets of 15 on split squats, but I feel like that's a million miles away, considering doing 15s with 220 kilo dumbbells was pretty challenging on this particular day. So yeah, that was more challenging than I would have liked, but here we are. So currently I have 2 squat days, which is obviously Monday is my paused squat day currently. Then I have a high bar squat day on Thursday, and then I also do some split squats on a Saturday as my half, almost 2.5 times squatting a week pretty much frequency. And then I ended up supersetting the split squats with the Copenhagen planks, just to save time pretty much, and also it doesn't seem to affect my split squats all that much in terms of performance. Once it gets heavier, that might change, but for now it just seemed like the right thing to do. These are extremely challenging as soon as you start loading them. I'm not looking for a particularly long duration. I'm just looking for about 10 breaths. Then I also had some scap retractions weighted with a 10 kilo plate, 3 sets of 15 here. I'm really trying to just make my scaps move in all four positions. So elevation, depression, retraction, and protraction. I try to make sure I keep my shoulders healthy. And then we've had a power cut in the gazebo, so I ended up warming up for bench in the dark. I think that was 160 kilos, my last warm-up. Then I had 2 singles at RPE of 7 and RPE of 8, which ended up being 167 kilos and 175 kilos for a 5-count pause. I'm not particularly happy with the 167, but I'm very happy with the 175. I feel like the length of the pause was pretty much bang on, made it maybe a little bit longer, so very happy with that. Very happy with the shape as well, considering this is out of the singles that I take 3 times a week, this is my weakest day, so very happy with that. And then I had some back off triples with 155 kilos, which were very easy, probably about EP.2 at most, which it just has to be whilst we're still keeping training on the down low. I'm just showing you a couple of sets here, nothing heavy, nothing exciting. And then I've had some, well, this is one more set. Then I also had some close grip Larsen sets, 2 sets of 7 and a set of 12 on the MRAP, which was also super easy with 115 kilos. Hopefully, well, as it stands, I'm going to start the block as of Monday, start ramping things up again, and hopefully see a similar rate of progress as the last sort of like 6 blocks that I've had. So, but yeah, as you guys can see, close grip bench is not my strongest. It's still, I mean, it's still very easy weight, but compared to my wide grip, it is significantly weaker. And then after that, I've had some pec flies, some upright rows, and a little bit of arms hypertrophy. Currently, I'm training pretty much every single muscle group 3 times a week, except hamstrings, which I train twice a week. I don't do a lot of volume per session for upper body in terms of isolation work per muscle group, but I try to progress every single week when it comes to the load on the bar or the cable machine or whatever, and also keep execution to a very high standard. I feel like maximizing hypertrophy really lies in being able to train with higher frequency and stay recover session to session to gather the adaptations that you're after. But I'm pretty sure I'm coming to the end of this video. I just had some cable push downs and some cable curls for sets of 20. That I pretty much do just to like kind of warm up my elbow before overhead extension. I don't really have any pain at the minute, but I'm just being super careful. And then yeah, I just had some heavy curls, sets of 8, and then some heavy overhead extensions, also sets of 8. Nothing exciting here either. But if you made it till the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. If there is anything in particular you guys want to see, please drop a comment down below. And in the meantime, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.